This is 5 on your side at noon. Focused on you.
As we go on the air at noon, we're bracing for another hot day in the bi-state. Here's a live look at the St. Louis Arch right now. Temperatures and humidity will combine to make it feel like it's 100 degrees. Thanks for being here at noon. I'm Kay Quinn. Don't look for a cool down. In fact, our area will be under a heat advisory tomorrow. And as that heat builds, thousands of residents are limited in how they can use their water. Missouri American Water customers in parts of southwest St. Louis County being asked to boil their water before using it for cooking or drinking. This is in and around the Fenton area. The boil water advisory comes after a water main break early this morning. It's expected to last 48 hours. The boil order impacts 10,000 customers. Again, this as a heat advisory looms. Meteorologist Gary Frank is here with what you need to know in the Weather First forecast.
Yeah, and we expect it to be hot this time of the year, probably a little sooner than this type of heat that we would expect, as 89 is usually our hottest average high temperature of the entire year, and that comes into July, but we're there right now, even at noon. We continue to see our temperatures rise with a south-southeast breeze at 7 miles an hour. It feels like 91, so it's not extreme humidity, but we'll continue to build that. And the latest updates locally, it feels like 93 in Forest Park, 95 in Washmo, so it's warm. And we're starting to see a few clouds stream in from the north, but they're falling apart, so they're not really doing much for us in terms of breaks from the clouds. We'll look to the north, this complex of storms. That's where we're going to see storms develop here over the next 24 hours. They will have an impact on our temperature tomorrow, and they'll also finally bring us rain, an actual rain, not just the stuff that we had the other day that didn't last long. Otherwise, we're headed for the upper 90s, feeling like it's over 100 degrees, and then more areas under a heat advisory tomorrow. The change that we can expect and how hot we get to before we start to see a little of that rain.
All right, we'll see you in a few minutes. Thank you, Gary. Our 5 on Your Side team is working to learn more about a deadly shooting that left 1 person dead and 5 injured in downtown St. Louis. It happened at 10th and Market Sunday morning. Police say it started with a fight before quickly escalating into gunfire. A man was shot and killed. He's not been identified. A woman was taken into custody for assault on a law enforcement officer. No word on whether the shooter has been caught. We will keep you updated as we learn more. Right now, we're waiting to learn if any charges will be filed after a juvenile pulled out a fake gun inside a crowded movie theater in Creve Coeur. It happened Saturday night at the AMC 12 on Olive Boulevard. According to police, a child in a mask stood up and began firing gel bead pellets at the audience. He ran away, but police caught him in a nearby parking lot. No one was seriously injured. Just 3 hours from now, St. Charles will break ground on a brand new police training facility in the county. Diamond Palmer shows us what this new facility will look like.
There's a new regional police training facility coming to St. Charles County. It will include everything from shooting ranges to canine training for officers. And this afternoon, the ground will be broken for the Center for Advanced Skills Training in Law Enforcement. The center will be built on 87 acres in O'Fallon off of Highway 79, which is north of Interstate 70. The center is a partnership between O'Fallon and St. Charles and will allow local and out-of-state police partners to train here. The new center will include a 200-yard shooting range, 7 training classrooms, SWAT and drone training areas, plus K9 and a landing pad area. Last year, O'Fallon and St. Charles officials say they conducted a survey about the regional training center. Mayors and other community leaders from Wentzville, Cottleville, St. Peters, and more wrote letters to Governor Mike Parson to show their support. A letter of support from Mike Elam from the St. Charles County Council reads, quote, "The collaboration between the cities of O'Fallon and St. Charles marks a pivotal moment in our ongoing battle against crime in the St. Louis region. The proposed training center represents more than just bricks and mortar. It symbolizes a unified front against the challenges that threaten our communities." Right now, there's no word on how much this new center could cost or when it could be completed, but today's groundbreaking is scheduled for 3 p.m. Reporting in St. Charles County, Diamond Palmer, 5 on Your Side.
Some exciting news for readers in St. Louis County. A renovation project 10 years in the making is coming to a close. The St. Louis Public Library will soon open its Clark Family branch on South Lindbergh. It's one of several public library upgrades. Our Michelle Lee takes us inside.
Hi, so we are at the Clark Family Branch. This is the newest and, dare I say, coolest library in the entire county. We're gonna get a sneak peek today. So Kristen, oh my
Hi.
gosh, how excited are you?
Oh, I'm so excited. We have been doing construction for the last 10 years, so this is the final branch in the Year Library Renewed projects, and it has something for everyone in it.
Okay, can we get a tour?
Yes.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
So this is the adult section?
It is the adult section, so there are tons of books in here, and then when we asked people what they wanted from a new building, they said they wanted study rooms, and they have a oral history room where you can come and record your oral history with your parents or your grandparents.
Oh, that's so cool.
And then we have a digitizing room, so you can take like old VHS tapes and digitize them. So in our old building, everything was brown, so you could not differentiate between children and teens and adults. So this is a space where kids know that it is for them. And then we have this little town, so it's so cute.
There's a place in St. Charles that reminds me of.
So we got, that's exactly where this came from.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, the little kids are gonna love this so much.
And this is a clear view of the beautiful event space and outdoor space with the walking path that goes around it. We wanted the teens to have a place where they could be teens, so they have a gaming room, so there's video games. Here's the green screen, which I'm sure you guys are very familiar with.
What? Wow.
2 recording studios. You can come up to these and put your last name in, and it will map out your family history. And then we have an oral history room, so you can come in to this room over here, and it'll have all kinds of equipment in it eventually, but you can meet with your grandparents, your parents, and you can either record their oral history or their video history.
I think that's brilliant.
It's-
That's so great.
It's really gonna be fun, and I think it's really valuable for families.
Michelle Lee, 5 on your side.
The heat is on, and it's going to get even hotter in the next 24 hours. Coming up, our Travis Cummings brings us tips on how to keep your AC in good shape so you can stay cool. Residents in St. Louis County get a very interesting surprise. Ahead, more on a furry visitor making the rounds in the area.